All right, what's going on, folks? First of all, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, throw me some love if you don't mind. I'm gonna do a split side by side reviewing a TikTok video that came up in my feed earlier, and this is what men are seeing overwhelmingly. And this is kind of like a multi-level video. First of all, I want to talk about this is why they want to ban TikTok, because TikTok is exposing a reality that the powers that be, at least here where we are, have no control over, and a reality that they don't want us to see. But this is what it is. It's the freaking reality, and it's not a good pretty pill to swallow. A lot of people just don't know how to process this, and personally I think this is why they want to ban it. But on the other level, I was going to talk about this is exactly what men are seeing and why men are done. Why most men are checking out, moving to the West. And this video, as you can see, this lovely Filipina chick put this video together for us, talking to many American men. And this is an educated woman. Listen, I don't care what they're going to say. Listen, they're going to trash me. They're going to trash you. They're going to trash her. Whatever. So let them talk. Let them run their mouth. This is why guys are checking out and guys are leaving. Because we are not picking from this pool of disgusting debauchery. This is how fucked up the world is. And I made another video, and you can kind of call this part 2 of why TikTok is blackpilling an entire generation of, especially of men. But I don't like, my definition of black pill is not what most people is. My definition of black pill means that that means that you're just checking out, you're done. That doesn't mean you're done with dealing with women on a business level or whatever. That it means you're very cautious about it, but it does mean that you're not going to sit here and play this dating game and courtship and all that stuff. You're not dealing with women. You're not going to throw your pipe down the gutter. You're not out here just like sleeping with a bunch of women, even though we know a lot of these women are, and we can tell by just the fact that they're putting up these TikToks and they're telling on themselves. So with that, without further ado, this is an ugly video and it's hard to watch. So let's get to it.
I think that you should just be a slut.
Women, sleep with who you want to sleep with. Do it however much you want to.
I f***ed 3 dudes in one night.
I went to a party. I had sex with 3 different guys in one night. I cheated on my boyfriend with a guy I told him not to worry about.
If he goes on vacation with his boys, I am cheating.
I think women should stop sleeping with men, to be honest.
When I'm in a relationship, I don't believe in spending my money on my man.
Like many women, I didn't need a man to buy my house, to buy my car, or keep my lights on. We don't need you guys for anything.
I don't want a son because they're the problem.
To sustain myself financially, I can make myself happy, I can make myself orgasm. Like, what in the world could a dude offer me?
You don't need a man to make you feel better, babe. Do you know what you need? An iced coffee.
Independent and own money, and I don't need no or no man because man ain't.
I don't need no man.
It's pretty brutal. Now, first of all, I want to give a shout out to the good women out here that are starting to at least make an effort to reach out to good men. And guys, listen, this doesn't mean you got to be a sucker and fall for the okie doke. Listen, there are scams out there for everyone, for both men and women. So listen, you got to be smart about it. But look, this is not a video about going to find women. That's not what this is about. This is just exposing why men are just saying, fuck this. We don't even want to play the game anymore here in the States. And guys, the powers that be understand this. This is exactly why they want to ban this, because they understand what's being exposed, and they see that we're running opposite directions as fast as possible. It's just what it is. Guys, the way I see it is that women are vessels. Women have always been described throughout history as vessels, and that can be a beautiful thing. But guys, it can be an absolutely awful thing too. Women are vessels, meaning they are representations of what has been poured into them over the course of their lifetime. And that could be a good or a bad thing. Now, if a woman's been around positive male attention and energy and stuff, like a good, strong father in her home, and that's been poured into her, she has a better chance of not being on one of these TikTok compilation videos. But if this woman's been out there in those streets for 2-3 decades even, with that 4th wave effinism bullshit, I'll say it, she's finished. She has, listen, there's a statement that goes back to when I was a kid. Garbage in, garbage out. Guys, garbage in, garbage out. Women are vessels. I mean, if she has been a vessel for debauchery, sin, and disgusting behavior out there in those streets, like a lot of these chicks in these videos. She's a product of what she's been out there pursuing her own lust. Like, listen, I don't encourage men to do that either. But men are completely different than women. So let's just be honest. Men are not even wanting to chase these women. And this is the reason why. Because we see that these women have become vessels of whatever the fuck you want to call this. This is a fucking shame. Now, I know that this doesn't speak for all women. No. And I'm tired of having to say that because they can throw out vague blanket statements like men are shit, which that was one of the clips in that video. Men are shit. Men have heard this our whole fucking lives. No matter how good of men we are. We've always been told that we're shit by somebody. And so women want our compassion and our empathy and our sympathy. But where the fuck are men getting theirs? They're not. Now, I'm not saying that they're 100% are not able to provide those things that men want. Commitment, trust, loyalty, and respect. Now, when women say that they're the freaking table, I'm going to go ahead and go in. Women say that they're the table. Listen, there are women that are a table. And those women stand on the 4 pillars of trust, commitment, respect, and loyalty. So this is what I'm saying. If she doesn't have all 4 of those pillars, the table can't stand. And a lot of these modern American women don't have any of them. They're just the fucking table flap with no legs. But men typically want to find a table to bring things to. So we find a woman that is a table that has all 4 of those qualities. We are more than willing as men to pile as much shit as we possibly can on that table. And she benefits from that as well. That's how it's supposed to work. But these women, man, they just think they just show up with some worn out, you know what. It's bad. Now, this is why men are leaving. Men love women no matter what. You can sit here and say all day, I hate women. That's not true. That's not true. It's gotten that bad here, and women have to take note. Or they don't have to, but listen, we don't have to stay here. Women can have all the standards they want in men all day. That's fine. Have your standards. Okay, cool. We have standards too. And these women in today's society do not meet our standards for what we want in a long-term partner. Listen, ain't nobody forcing men that like we were born on and put on this planet to serve your ass. Who the hell do you think you are? And this is the mentality that I can't even understand. It's like people ain't screaming. Like, this is why men are jumping from the ship. I mean, it's as fast as possible. Why Passport Bros is a movement. It's a real thing. There are literally women in other nations that are catching on to this. And guys, like I said, be careful, of course. But there are really, truly, like, some of the more, like, longer-term people in my life. Like, a couple I mentioned in a video, like a few videos back in Seattle, that's helping me with this move to Thailand. She's from Thailand. And it's an American guy. They got married, like, 35 years ago. And she's 62, I think. 60 or 62. She doesn't look it. But they're happily freaking married. Dude, they've been married forever. And she tells you, go find a woman in Thailand. Go find a woman in Thailand. If you're going to find, like, they know. And she's, like I said, I'm not sitting here saying that all are great and wonderful and there aren't, like, scams that can be had. Sure, guys. You got to be careful. You got to keep, like, maintain the same lifestyle in a lot of ways when you go there as you do here. Like, you want to be low key. You don't want to be, like, flaunting your shit, looking, like, trying to stand out above the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do, you're going to be attracting all the wrong types in your life anyway. You want to be a part of something, doing something. That's my intentions. Whether that's some type of volunteer work, who the fuck knows? You want to be doing whatever your interests are when you meet this woman by circumstance, if you will. If that's going to even happen. That may not even be. A lot of guys are just, okay, cool. Not going to fool with it at all. And that's okay too. Listen, I know women that are like this too. I know a lot of women that are just not going to fool with men. And listen, to each his own. Nothing against that. Listen, we all have that right to make that decision. It's fair. It's fair. But guys, This was a multi-layered video. I wanted to talk about this is why they want to ban TikTok. Because it is one of the best free speech engines I've ever seen in my fucking life. Now, does that include bad speech, hate speech, stupid speech? It includes real speech. And that's what I love about it in a lot of ways. I think it's one of the greatest inventions of all time. It could be a weapon. Who the fuck knows? It could be. But I don't know. I think one day they could turn it against us. But at this point, I think it's more or less leaking the reality of what it is. Because people voluntarily are putting their videos up. I mean, no one's holding to your head to make you do this. Listen, it's just what it is. Social media is completely voluntary. So we can't blame them, but the government wants to ban it because they can't regulate the flow of information. And that's the fucking truth. Because they see what's happening is because when people start to see the truth, such as videos like this, men are damn sure overwhelmingly resourceful enough to make the capital to get the fuck out of here. And once men recognize their value enough that they don't have to sit here and play this game, that men are resourceful enough to make this happen. And what I'm telling you guys, they know men are checking out. Trust me. They know more men are going to be checking out as more. So, dude, the bigger social media gets, the bigger it's going to fucking get, like exponentially. Because it's able to compound information to feed the algorithm. And the more information it collects over a period of time, the better it gets. So this isn't going away. And if they ban this, something else will replace it. Dude, wait till somebody comes out with like an archive social media engine. Dude, that's coming out like we don't have I'm talking about a real search engine that archives all social media. So even if it's deleted, you can still go to that search engine and find it. All it does is just record in real time social media. So even if somebody takes a post down, it's there. It's only a matter of time. Then they're releasing AI stuff, guys. Listen, this is what they're trying to do. Like, you got to start looking into things like this and being smart about who the powers that be. And the reason I say who the powers that be, that should scare the hell out of you because none of us know. But none of us are stupid enough to believe that what we see, if we decide to even watch TV, that those are our leaders. You got to be kidding me. Those are fucking puppets, man. The people that are really running the show are faceless people that we have no idea. We don't know their names. Come on, man. There are serious psychopaths behind the scene that want to control and dictate the flow of information. That's one of the first things to go when a dictator moves in. They got to destroy the First Amendment, freedom of speech. They have to regulate how information flows, what information flows, what history is taught, rewriting history, 1984 type shit. I'm more of a Brave New World type person, personally. I believe that people will be so inundated with new and awesome information that they won't care about the truth. I believe I believe in the Brave New World as a future. I don't think they're going to have to do any of that. And personally, I think that TikTok, for all we know, it could be something run by an American company. And that's just what they're telling us. I mean, for all we know, who the fuck knows? But anyway, look, I don't want to ramble too much. I wanted to keep this more or less short. But shout out to these foreign women that are speaking up, guys. Pay attention. Ladies, y'all pay attention too. I think it's too late because I've already made the decision. I'm less than 2 months away from taking my broke, unqualified, dusty ass to Thailand. I mean, it's bad when men know that they're in a better position to make a woman's life great. And she might be a single mother with 2 kids. And she treats that man with an attitude. Listen, men ain't going to take that shit for too long. We'd rather not deal with that. We'd rather not deal with the unloyalty and disloyalty of today's, like, we know that there's always been that element, but the thing is women are pissed because it's being exposed. I think it's always been there, but it's being exposed for what it is. As I said, dude, these hoes are cheating. There ain't no loyalty. And a man cannot build on an unstable foundation with a woman who isn't loyal. It's impossible. So this is the thing. Don't build with her. Take your ass and go build somewhere else by yourself and be the king of that castle, however small it is. Don't let anyone tell you or shame you of how much money you need to make. Listen, there is nothing wrong with being average. There is nothing wrong with being an average man. Like some people want to be celebrities. Cool. Let them be. Some people want to play sports. Some people want to be on the spotlight. Some people want to be rich. Cool. Some people don't, though. And that's cool, too. And that's okay, too. So with that said, guys, I love you. For real. I hope this video helps. Shout out to this chick. There are exceptions, but know what to look for. They just ain't here, guys, in a lot of ways. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't some, but listen, the pool is too overcrowded. Too many people have pissed in the pool. Too many people have shit in the pool. The pool is tainted. I don't care if there's decent people who know how to swim without floaties. Listen, it's fucked. So my suggestion is to go, which is exactly what I'm doing. With that said, this is part of the reason why men have checked out, part of the reason I've checked out. And shout out to this chick. Guys, this is why they want to ban it. They want to ban TikTok. And this is why an entire generation of men are being blackpilled in real time, thanks to TikTok. It ain't TikTok's fault. It ain't TikTok's fault. Thank you to TikTok, as a matter of fact. Anyway, with that said, I love you guys. Throw me some love if you don't mind. Subscribe, comment, and I'll see you soon.